Olivia Harper. Welcome to your daily news briefing, where we break down the biggest stories shaping the United States and the world. Today's top headlines are the growing conflict between the US and Iran raises fears of a wider war. A massive storm system is disrupting life for millions across America. And economic uncertainty that's building as markets react to both global tensions and big tech shifts. US-Iran conflict escalates our top story today. Tensions between the United States and Iran are rising again, and the risk of a broader regional conflict is growing. Military activity in the region has intensified, with both sides signaling they are prepared to respond if the situation escalates further. The US is increasing its presence, while Iran has issued warnings of retaliation if provoked. This situation is especially sensitive because it involves key allies, including Israel, and sits in one of the most strategically important regions in the world. Why this matters: at the center of this tension is the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical oil routes on the planet. A significant portion of the world's oil passes through this narrow waterway. If that flow is disrupted, oil prices could spike quickly, and that means higher gas prices across the United States, increased inflation, and potential economic ripple effects. And we've already started to see early signs of that pressure in global markets. Beyond economics, there's also the geopolitical risk. If the conflict expands, other countries in the region could get pulled in, turning a tense situation into a much larger confrontation. What to watch next? Watch for any direct strikes, retaliation, or movement involving regional allies. Also, keep an eye on diplomatic efforts. If talks resume, tensions could cool. If not, escalation becomes much more likely. Bottom line, this is a fast-moving situation with global consequences, and it's one of the most important stories in the world right now. Massive US storm disrupts millions, now turning to a major story here at home in the United States. A massive storm system is already causing widespread disruptions across the country. A powerful multi-state storm is moving across the US, bringing a dangerous mix of severe weather, including heavy snow, strong winds, and the potential for tornadoes in some regions. Millions of Americans are currently in the storm's path, stretching from the Midwest down into the South and across parts of the East Coast. Air travel is already being heavily impacted, with thousands of flights delayed or canceled. Major airports are experiencing disruptions, and the ripple effects are being felt nationwide. Weather agencies are warning of rapidly changing conditions, including the possibility of power outages, hazardous road conditions, and severe thunderstorms in certain areas. Emergency services are urging residents to stay alert and monitor local updates closely. If you're in an affected area, this is not the time to take chances. Avoid unnecessary travel, prepare for potential outages, and stay updated with real-time weather alerts. Even if you're not directly in the storm's path, you could still feel the impact, especially through travel delays and supply chain disruptions. What to watch next? The biggest concern now is how the storm evolves over the next 24 to 48 hours. If it strengthens further, we could see even more widespread damage and disruption. Economy on edge, markets, Fed, and big tech. And finally, a story that directly impacts all Americans. The US economy is facing growing uncertainty, driven by global conflict, market volatility, and major shifts in the tech industry. Markets are reacting to the rising tensions involving Iran, especially due to concerns over oil prices and global stability. At the same time, investors are closely watching the Federal Reserve, as decisions around interest rates could have a major impact on borrowing costs, housing, and overall economic growth. And then there's big tech. Companies like Nvidia are driving massive investment into artificial intelligence, signaling where the future of the economy is headed. Meanwhile, Meta is reportedly preparing for potential layoffs, highlighting ongoing instability in the tech sector despite rapid innovation. This all centers around three key pressures: rising energy costs due to global conflict, interest rate uncertainty from the Federal Reserve, and rapid disruption in the tech industry. That combination makes the outlook uncertain. Higher interest rates can affect mortgages, credit cards, and loans. Market volatility impacts retirement accounts and investments, and shifts in tech can influence job opportunities and the broader economy. Keep an eye on the Federal Reserve's next announcements, oil price movements, and earnings reports from major tech companies. That's all from us. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider subscribing to our channel as we cut through the noise and explain the stories that matter most. Thanks for watching, and we see you in the next update.